Oh, it's live now. Oh, right into the camera to start off the show. Hashtag catpot. Oh. All right, we just went live. We'll have to watch this later. Excuse me, sir.
I never noticed his bare little cat knees back.
Yeah. I think he has allergies.
Cat knees allergies.
Oh. I gotta go live and I've been farting up a storm.
All right. Let's do this. Is Kirby here? Was that him?
I thought I heard a door.
Yeah.
I will wait then.
Oh, we're live?
We are live, yeah.
What time is it?
3:15, 3:16.
What time is that?
I was just going to do.
It's 3:16. We are starting in a minute. Kirby is coming. Perfect spot. Perfect.
All right, I gotta stop this.
Hi, Kirby. It's Kirby. We went live, but we haven't started yet. Perfect timing. I'm out of the shower. Everything's all whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
You got one that's like,
What's the name of the Pokemon again?
Klefki.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Go!
Nintendo Podcast.
That's why I was waiting. I knew you were going to do that.
Webisode.
Go Nintendo Podcast. Webisode 707.
707.
The Klefki Podcast.
Oh, I think you said Klefty.
The Klefki. Come on, Brain. Can you tell us about Klefki, please?
Yeah. Klefki is a small grayish-white Pokemon resembling a key ring with 4 keys on it. It has a spherical head with a white face and a small pink oval on its forehead.
Kirby already disapproves. No,
you know, someone was just like looking at their keys and like, what am I going to do for the next Pokemon?
They're like, we need one more Pokemon for this game.
2 black circles and a keyhole form its eyes and mouth. Below its head
Why don't you get a key then?
is its pink teardrop-shaped body with a small white marking in the middle. Extending from the top of its head is an appendage, which resembles an old-fashioned key with 2 wide, blunt teeth.
An old-fashioned key. I mean, I don't think keys have really evolved too much.
Well, you know,
the old one.
The
old key.
Yeah. The long with the teeth at the very end and the pretty head.
Yeah.
You know, like
they don't look like all like jagged and angular.
Yeah.
The murder mystery key.
A thin loop surrounds Klefki and connect like the one that opens Mombi's cases.
Klefki Mombi.
I love that key.
Can't say I've ever loved a key, but
I love
please
keys.
continue.
A thin loop surrounds Klefki and connects
What
at either
about
side of the key.
The Florida keys.
Hanging from the loop are various keys that is...
Nobody likes Florida.
That's true.
Right?
Hanging from the loop are various keys that this Pokemon has collected. Did you just...
That sounded like a robot powering up.
Wait, did you just beef?
On you.
Oh, no.
He literally like lifted and beefed on you. It sneaks into homes and steals keys, taking a liking to master keys. If Klefki finds a key it likes, it will never release it. To threaten attackers, this Pokemon jingles its key collection. I do that when I'm in a parking lot. I put them between my knuckles, so I'm ready to knock somebody out.
It's not really jingling them.
I had a dream, and this is a reoccurring dream. Different circumstances, same thing, where I have to punch people, and I just can't get like enough power behind it. But in this dream last night, you were laughing at me because I was punching people, and you were like, "You're not getting anywhere," and you were laughing at me.
That's probably what would happen.
When did you punch him?
I think I might have.
Nice.
To threaten attackers, jingles its key collection. It inserts its key-shaped horn into chinks in metal, absorbing metal ions. I am not making this up. I am just reading. It used to live in mines.
Boy, this is really long.
If you would just shut up and let me do it.
Wow.
It used to live in mines, but has begun to move into human settlements ever since the minerals that make up its diet became scarce. Klefki is the only Pokemon capable of learning Fairy Lock.
Timothy wants you to know that holding your keys like that will do more damage to you than the attacker mob brain. He's looking out for you.
I wonder why that is.
Run. Just run screaming.
I don't run fast.
But you run efficiently.
I run far. I just can't run fast.
Yeah, you're more of a distance runner.
Yeah. This is built for distance, not speed. No agility here.
Nut speed?
It's number 707. It is a steel fairy type Pokemon.
It's a T-type.
Its abilities include Prankster. Its hidden ability is Magician.
It's always locking people in rooms.
Oh, gotcha!
There's males and there's females, and you're just as likely to find one as the other. They are under a foot tall and just under 7 pounds in weight.
Thanks, Mom Brain. Could you plug in that speaker to your laptop, please?
Uh-oh, did we?
The white one?
Oh, that speaker.
Oh, did I not send out a tweet?
Jeez,
I didn't.
Louise,
Well,
kid.
that's okay. They missed the Pokemon. Oh, well.
Yeah, it was real late. It was
They
very
didn't miss
labor
anything. That was
intensive.
The garbage.
Yeah, that was honestly the lamest Pokemon we've ever done.
From here on out, it's pure gold. Thanks so much, Mom Brain. I appreciate it.
Can people see my computer screen?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make it so that they can't, because I'm about to do music.
Now they can see both. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do.
Music.
Hi, everybody. Hello, the Yellow Kazoo. Yes,
Hi,
Mom Brain is my
everybody.
fiance. She's not my mother or my girlfriend.
You guys
Hello, my
still,
future girlfriend.
still on item?
Are we? I think so,
That's
right?
the way
We're living
off.
in the same house.
I did just go out to lunch with Nikki Hill.
Oh, well.
That's true. Well, you think about it. Get back to me at the end.
Where'd
of the
you
day.
guys go?
Chickpea.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Full of
you should have
country
invited me. I
goodness
have a gift certificate.
and green
You
penis.
do.
Thanks to Nikki.
Hello, it's a trap and cumulative and northern sequence and the Yellow Kazoo, Autumnal Blake, Backseat Studios, Drew,
Stop farting.
It's
ZX
what's a
Billy,
chickpea?
Mark D. Payne,
Fresh ingredients.
What did you
Tetsuo,
The beef.
Of course, you got the beef.
He had the kale salad.
Stakona,
Kale,
Kalta,
chickpeas.
Agent Iron Cat,
I had meatloaf. It was
Robert Roth, Deontay. Did I say ZX Billy? I say it again. Captain Canopio. Timothy Honeycutt wants me to tell you, Mom Brain, that he is listening to the Twin Peaks soundtrack on vinyl. Hello, Giant
Oh,
Raven and Swedish Galaxy.
that sounds.
Is the Sharon Van Etten song?
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. And Jumbletron.
Jumbletron.
That's a great name. And whoever else I didn't see in here, thanks for joining us. I greatly appreciate it. I'm sorry. And Kimmy Newt and T27 Duck and Shillelagh, my other chat
Kirby, you want
friends.
coffee?
I'm okay.
No, the Yellow Kazoo. I have not done that. So, how's everybody feeling?
Oh,
Thank God. Thank God. Well, I mean, isn't that
Yeah.
the
I
norm
was
for you?
okay until I found out Nikki Hill was gassy.
No, I got to sit next to this guy all week, or all show, all week. Week-long podcast, everybody.
Hopefully not all week.
No,
If
no,
it's a
no.
week-long podcast, what do you call it? Which number? 707?
Well, I called today in the image 708, but it's not 708, it's
Whoops.
707. I mean, the number here is right. I just put the wrong number in the image. The cat did not fall off the table. He jumped off. It's okay, I promise. Nikki Hill is here.
Yeah.
Kirby's here.
Hey.
I'm here. Mom Brain is here.
Hi.
And
Who wants coffee?
Me, please.
to kick things off this week,
Is that a game?
That's our new segment.
we have new segment, Cool. GoNintendo Podcast.
New segment. Cool. New segment.
Yes, it is new segment Cool. Thanks to Donut Muffin for sending in these icons. I finally had a chance to do one because Nikki Hill is here. Hello, Sarah.
I've got my own soundboard. So can I use it?
No?
No, I can't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't use it. What happened?
Well, what is it?
Oh, you know what?
What is it?
It's just, you know,
Why is it a fail horn already? We didn't even do anything.
Because I wasn't
we're
allowed
a
to use
fan
it.
horn.
and I failed at using it.
You did.
Uh,
I stand by what I originally said. No,
so
you
that we can say
can't use
where
it.
this podcast is recorded in front of a live audience. Hey, thank you. It's good to be here. No, stop.
No, you can't use it. All right, Mom Brain.
They love me. Oh, they hate me. Do something.
My favorite part about it is how loud and shrill it is.
Shrill.
Like your butt.
Mom Brain. Jesus Christ. Would you please explain this week's icon to everyone?
Yeah. Hand it over. Fork it over, big guy.
There you go. Oh boy.
Oh boy, this is nice. All right, so I want you to picture sort of like an alternate Gothic Cinderella. So in the background, we have like murky purples. It appears to be nighttime.
Weren't we
And-
talking about a Gothic Cinderella like a few weeks ago?
Maybe.
Like for the YA crowd?
Yes.
Hot the coffee.
Yes, we were. There's a shadow of a castle in front of the moon. And there are 2 lit candles on Gothic-looking candlesticks. And in the foreground appears to be some kind of royal woman with long red hair wearing a strapless black dress.
Mhm.
And she's got a big crown on her head. And she is reading a book. So again, it's sort of a Gothic Cinderella vibe. But clearly the picture features mostly this queen/princess reading a book.
Thank you, Mom Brain. That was a great description.
Thank you.
The icon is in the chat. If you do not have chat, then here you go. Here's a look at the icon.
And then
Okay.
here's a look at our cat.
There you go.
I'm at a loss on what this game is
Nicest
about.
baby.
No. This is your game. You gotta give me an answer.
I didn't make this. This isn't my
Yes,
game.
you did.
Put a little milk on your
Gothic
chin.
Cinderella. I didn't make this
I
game.
don't know, maybe it's probably not like a visual novel. Judging from the artwork, maybe a puzzle game of some kind.
It's a diary
Like
simulator.
you know, like
It's a what?
Diary simulator.
oh,
Not diarrhea simulator.
That's why
Get your head out
That's
of the
why I
gutter.
asked. Yeah.
I'm always inclined to go with some kind of a puzzle game, but
yeah,
in this
like the Mahjong Huntress.
right. But in this case, I'm gonna go with that this is a princess who loves to read, and someone is trying to infiltrate her kingdom and destroy her royal library, and she goes on a coming-of-age quest to save the kingdom's libraries.
Now, royal libraries are just for show, right? Nobody's reading those books. They just like collect books.
I think you're right, but you know what I mean.
Somebody probably reads
Do you
them.
think she's wearing gloves? Because her fingers look a little weird.
Do they?
Yeah, I mean, like those are knuckles on the backside, but they could be like the ribs on a glove.
I don't
And
think
then-
her fingers look weird.
Well, her ring finger on her right hand, looking at it, the left hand.
I think that's just like bad.
That looks like it's broken.
That's just bad artwork.
It's like she didn't pay her bookie or something.
I
and
mean,
broke
what
her
do they
fingers.
say? They always say the hardest things to draw are hands and mouths.
Absolutely, I can attest to that.
Mouths.
I bet
in general?
vaginas are hard to draw.
Yeah, mouths, because they make a lot of different shapes. For a long time there,
couldn't draw a vagina 'cause
Pixar
I
was
don't
talking
even know
about
they
how
were.
it was like impossible to accurately lip sync computer-generated mouths to voice actors, and it's still not great. It's much better than what it was. You get like the O's and the A's are much better than the
Yeah, but
minutia.
are we talking about the cartoons or the games? You said the game.
No, I never said that.
You just said
You said
I said Pixar.
Pixar.
Careful,
I was thinking
you're-
Sony.
I know.
Because I was thinking.
Why do you think it's Sony? I said
Because
Pixar.
I was thinking Sony.
Okay.
The Spider-Man game.
Yeah, right.
Like, you're not going to sync up those mouths because those mouths are all full of wax or something. Where those teeth look and stuff. Like that Spider-Man game. Yeah, like this.
Don't do it.
I thought the lip syncing. I thought the lip syncing was pretty good in that, as far as games go.
Sometimes.
in
Don't lie.
what Spider-Man?
You weren't thrilled.
Listen to what I said. I said pretty good. I didn't say great. I didn't say wonderful.
pretty
I
good
said
some
pretty
of the
good.
time.
Like I give it, 7 out of 10. I'd give it.
7 out of 10.
As far as voice acting
So-
goes, it seems like anytime characters smile in games, they have a really tough
So
time.
to go
with
back
that.
to my idea,
Yeah, that's true.
Dear Diary,
Mark, I see your question. We're going to talk about it later.
Oh god, is that Mark D. Payne?
hair
Hey, I have
starting
a
to
question
grow.
for Mark D.
I
Payne.
am-
Don't be mean.
I won't be mean.
The
We can
carpet
do this
does
later.
match the drapes.
That's not an appropriate question. Well, let me tell you about this. Kirby,
Dude,
you were correct. No, you can get up if you need
I
to.
was just gonna throw my gun. At
Go right ahead. You remembered accurately from a couple weeks ago.
Oh, puzzle game?
This is a mature take on Cinderella that's all about player choices and shaping the famous fairy tale in any way you like. Cinders is a witty young woman living with an overbearing stepmother and two
God.
daughters, and her two daughters, as if she was reenacting a certain well-known fairy tale. But unlike its protagonist, Cinders is not afraid of taking fate into her own hands, even if it means breaking the rules. The game takes a look at 4 women and what made them into who they are. It's a story about freedom, dreams, sisterhood, angels, demons, and finding your own happily ever after that may not exactly agree with the stale morals of classic fairy tales in Cinders. Available on Switch right now. Hi, Matt.
Is that with a Z?
Wait, I'm sorry. What did you say? What kind of game it is? No,
It's a story game. It is like
Okay.
a multiple choice visual novel style
Oh, it
story
is?
game.
Okay.
Yes.
It's with an S.
It is with an S, yes. I know it's like modern day and edgy and cool, but no Z on the end of this one. Ubisoft's got the market cornered for that. So yeah, modern day take on Cinderella. Did Cinderella?
I like this art better than I like the cover.
Did Cinderella have?
Yeah.
Cumulative says European McGee's Cinders. Did you?
wait, as opposed to American.
American.
Oh, I got
Yes.
that reference.
Did you? Cinderella, did she originally have red hair?
I don't believe so.
They're just
But
calling
wait.
her Cinders because they gave her red hair in this one because that's more modern.
Cinders is a
I
shortened
don't know if she
version
had
of
a-
Cinderella, but it also is like hot embers, hot volcano
Oh, yeah.
stones.
It's getting hot.
There
Yes,
is a
this
young
is on the
adult
Switch.
book called Cinder, and it's about like a mech Cinderella.
Whoa, nice.
A mech
I believe so.
Cinderella?
There's
I
like
believe
a
What?
next-
Darlene read it and recommended it, and there's like a couple in the series. I read the first one, and I was like, I think I don't have enough time to read this and the things I want to read.
I was reading a comic book that had mechs in it yesterday, but a mech Cinderella,
Pretty sure.
that's a whole new level.
Was it
Yeah, I don't
RoboCop?
know if.
No,
She
but
ever had a
I guess
established
RoboCop has fallen on
character.
hard times, but I
Yeah.
still appreciate
I
it.
mean, she's Disney.
The
In Disney,
KFC
she's
thing
blonde
is
because
great.
that's
I love it. I know KFC's
I mean, it's not
fallen on
great.
kind of hard times, but I think their commercials are great. I love their
having fun.
progression of weirdness with the
They're having
commercials.
fun with it, but I mean,
Yeah.
you want to talk weirdness? They sold fire logs that smelled like
oh yeah.
fried chicken.
Mhm.
KFC needs to bring back that RoboCop commercial where he's like, "What the hell, fried the chicken?"
Oh my God, that's true.
Right?
They're just redoing
Was
what
that-
they did in Japan.
Was that a KFC?
As far as I remember,
Was
yeah.
it?
I thought
KFC
it was
is very
like
popular
I thought
in
it was like
Japan.
a
Was it
freezer
Japan or
chicken.
like Korea or something? I don't even remember.
KFC is very popular throughout Asia. How about that?
So is
I'm
RoboCop.
pretty sure it was KFC. Apparently, RoboCop is popular everywhere.
Um,
Who
I
is
just love
he?
that they went from like.
What is he? Where did he come from?
They had I mean they've had plenty. They had Reba McEntire. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
They
Norm
had.
Macdonald.
Jim.
Did they have Daryl Hammond?
What's that?
I'm pretty sure they had Daryl Hammond.
I think he might have been like the first one, right?
Yeah.
My problem with KFC, Mother's Day 2 years ago,
I took my mother there.
they released a an erotic novel on Amazon Kindle, or maybe other e-readers, called Wings of Desire, and it was for the moms. It was a book. It was a treat for the moms,
For the
And-
ladies.
and I put it in my
Hey, ladies.
I put it in my Amazon wish list, and they removed it. And so it's not available anymore. Why is it not available anymore? It's not like they're
Too
printing it.
sexy.
Too sexy. Yeah.
Sexy.
He is a robot.
You know, there's
he
a
is a
remake of
cop.
that.
He is a
song? Or not a
robot
remake, but like
cop.
a sampled version or something.
Kentucky
Too
Fried
sexy.
Chicken Cop.
There's a song today that samples that song.
Or like, yeah, it's like a remake or something.
Right said Fred. Who said Fred?
Wrong.
Drop dead Fred?
Drop Dead Fred. Freddie got fingered. Let's do
Where
some
we going?
Nintendo
Did you see that
news.
photo of
Let's not.
What?
No. Hello, Nico.
Tom Green and Andy Dick dressed up as each other?
Yes.
Are you being serious?
You guys seen this? Did you check the whole thing?
Yo, I'm about
Yo,
to
I'm
eat.
about to eat. That's an internet gem we haven't watched in a long time.
He
Yo,
took
I'm about
the,
to eat.
he took
Hello,
the whole
Hyped
fridge.
Gamer Network. Thanks for joining us. First time watching, he says. This is the podcast where we talk about RoboCop and his chicken eating adventures. All right, let's do some Nintendo news. There were obviously big stories this week, but overall not a lot of top stories. But let's get into it. Yeah, I've had that on my phone forever. I haven't showed that to you.
No, but I just asked you, and you were like, "What? Are you serious?"
Yeah, because I thought maybe I had sent it to you. I didn't remember if I sent it in the group
You
chat.
kind of have to look at it for a while.
There's an unnamed company looking to hire staff for a big, their word, Switch RPG.
Are they dressed up as each other? Okay.
Yes. This is a game developer in Tokyo, and they're looking to hire people for a new 3D RPG that is coming to the Switch, and they're saying it's a big title. Now, we don't have any idea who it is, but we do know that the address where the job listing is posted for is roughly 10 minutes away from where Marvelous's studios are in Japan. So this could be a Marvelous game, and Marvelous has certainly dabbled with RPGs before and other titles.
Please don't.
And I would think that they have something big in the works. That's certainly believable, but not necessarily them. Could be somebody else. We shall find out. Ben, Golden Triforce on GoNintendo says, I can't think of any other studios that it could be. 100% sure it's not Atlas. I wonder if it's a new team like Daemon X Machina's team. A new IP for RPGs would be great. I get the vibe that it is something new, that it's not like specifically tied to another existing franchise, or at least I get the vibe that it's a spin-off or something like that. But yeah, we'll just have to keep tabs on it. Obviously, there's a good amount of RPGs on the Switch, so it's not like the genre is hurting, but we're always hungry for a new one. I've been getting more in. I'm always trying to get more into RPGs, and my next move is going to be a game that I know was highly reviewed and praised back when it originally came out, but I never played it. Final Fantasy IX. Now that it is available on Switch, I will pick it up. And speaking of that, you guys are very happy to see Final Fantasy IX on Switch, because not only is it #1 on the digital Switch charts.
Number 9.
No, not only is it #9 in the Final Fantasy franchise, it's #1 on the Switch eShop charts and #1 on the Switch charts overall. So not just download only, it's #1 on both charts. So you guys are very happy to see that game available. Like I said, I've heard wonderful things about it, even from Do Michaels,
Okay.
who likes one installment of every franchise and hates all the others. He actually likes 9.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I never really hear anyone talk about Final Fantasy IX. I know everyone loves 7 and hates 8, but
8 has gotten a lot of hate. Yes,
that's all I know. Like I honestly never hear anyone talk about 9. But
I vividly remember when 9 came out, the reviews were good because they were saying after like 8's 9 is a welcome return to form. But yes, expectations were set so high after 7. I feel like no matter what happened with 8, it would have gotten a bad rap. I've never played 8 either. I've seen someone play 8, but I have not played it. As far as footage of 9, I've hardly seen anything. Like I've only seen like the intro trailer and a couple other cutscenes, but like really, I'm going in blank with the game. So I'm very excited to check it out. Moving on, Dragalia Lost,
Very proud of you.
the mobile game from Nintendo and Psy Games, is doing pretty damn well for itself. It's the second best. How do we say it? It's the second best grossing title for Nintendo on mobile. Hello, Mikkel. It has hit $75 million in mobile revenue, obviously because it's only on mobile. It grossed more than the life-to-date revenue of Super Mario Run and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp already.
So wait, it's a second. So what's the first one? The
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem.
We don't count Pokemon Go because that is tied to other. Fire Emblem, then Dragalia Lost. I mean, Nintendo certainly gets a part of that Pokemon Go pie, but it's grossed more than Super Mario Run and Animal Crossing Pocket Camp to date, surpassed 75 million worldwide when you combine both stores. The game hit 50 million milestone in early December, so between December and now, it's gotten another $25 million in revenue. Excuse me. Japan has accounted for 65% of that, and the United States accounted for 65%. Yeah, look at United States has accounted for 18%. Blah 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 blah. It just released in a number of other countries too, like 5 other countries this week. I know Canada's one of them. I don't remember the other ones, but yes, it's moving across the world now, so others can get in on this game and enjoy it. Because I hear from what people say that it's quite an enjoyable experience. I have it on my phone. I have not played it. Donut Muffin says, how interesting. Maybe this can be the advocate for more new IPs. I found no incentive for paying to speed up Pocket Camp, and I wasn't interested in a Mario experience on mobile, so I guess this news isn't surprising if others thought similarly to me. I really like Super Mario Run. I have not played Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, but I really like Super Mario Run.
I'm just going to put this out there. If Nintendo needs any name ideas for a sequel to Dragalia Lost,
I am very excited for
to
this.
me.
You're not going to tell us.
I don't want to give it away.
Why don't you do it anyway?
Dragalia Found. It only seems
It's pretty good.
natural, right?
Then what if they do a third one?
Lost again.
Damn it, we lost it again. The Resident Evil franchise, who I mean, all of us at this table have played Resident Evil. Mom Brain, have you played Resident Evil?
I don't think so.
Never mind. Get out of here.
This is overall like forever?
Yes, across all installments.
You are shaking the thing.
Mom Brain, you don't like being scared, so
That's correct.
it's forgivable that you.
Hello,
haven't played
Rachel.
any of the
She loves
Resident
being scared. It's not true. Hello, Rocket.
I saw one of the movies.
That's right.
That counts. The Resident Evil franchise across all games has now hit
your girlfriend's in a new movie.
Mila Jovovich. Yeah, Hellboy. I know. I saw her doing it.
Is
I
she
saw
in
that
it?
she did it. Yeah, she's. I think one of the main villains.
That movie seems like there's a lot to it for one installment.
Angels, demons,
probably not.
Gorgiles.
Gorgiles.
And Slankets.
I don't know enough about Hellboy to.
I don't know
speak
either,
on it.
but like it just looked like, oh, there's a big baddie. Oh, there's a big baddie. Oh, there's this thing traipsing down the street. Like what?
Maybe
So
maybe
much.
Hellboy's got a series of challenges he's got to take care of. I don't know.
He fights monsters. Like what's
Too many monsters
what's your
for this
problem?
guy.
It just seems like I don't know. it just
I'm
seems like
sorry,
action.
but I think Hellboy's just a bit too much.
Did you ever see a movie where they just try to fit in too much for one movie?
I've seen plenty of movies like that.
Okay. Then maybe you can get my back rather than stab me in it.
The franchise has hit 90 million sold across all platforms, across all different games. Obviously, that includes multiple Nintendo platforms like the N64 and the GameCube and the DS and the Wii and the Wii U and the 3DS and the Switch.
In the PlayStation? Is there on PlayStation?
Yes, but we're a Nintendo-focused podcast.
No, but this included everything.
Yes, this includes all systems, all companies.
I feel
And
like they would have sold more than that. Across its entire...
that is Capcom's
a big
best-selling
number.
franchise of all time.
Well, I mean...
You name
let's-
another Capcom franchise, this is sold better. What do you think it should be at?
I don't know.
It only started in, what, 97, 98?
Oh my gosh, only 20 years ago?
Yeah, so what's 90 divided by 20?
I don't know. What's Super Mario at across all...
That's not fair. Super Mario's been out since the 80s. Early 80s.
What else can we compare?
What another
I
franchise?
mean, I'm not saying it's a low number.
Hello, the
I'm just a
Namekian
little
Clown.
surprised it's not a little higher because it is insanely popular. Resident Evil 4 alone, well, I mean, every one of those installments has been re-released countless times, and for it to be out that many times and still be under 100 million,
So 100 million is okay, but 90 million is not okay.
that's 10 million short.
It is. Well, they could perhaps get to that 100 million mark soon because
Productivity is down.
May 21st, Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil HD Remaster, and Resident Evil 4 are all coming to the Switch.
Yeah, and no one's gonna buy it
Oh,
because
people
the
are going to buy
Switch
it.
is a system for children.
People are definitely going to buy it. People are actually very excited about it. I've seen lots of comments from people saying, I don't know why I'm going to buy Resident Evil 4 for the third time, but here I am. So,
I've only bought
let me
it.
guess.
I've only bought it
Was
twice
that
so
due?
far.
no. I don't even know if Dew knows they're coming to the system. The only thing he's looking forward to right now is Final Fantasy VII, of course, which comes out March something or other.
The remake.
The remake.
It's not a remake. Oh, yeah, that.
When is that
But
coming
come
out?
on, that's nothing. That's
coming out on
a big
PlayStation
nothing.
8.
I would be very surprised if it's PlayStation 4 at this point. I don't see why they wouldn't move it over to 5, but you know.
Wait, are you saying they're not like doing anything to like, improve it at all, like visually or what?
Final Fantasy VII on Switch, the not remake, is just like the remaster that they released a few years ago on other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy VII, what he's talking about, the PS4 version where it's completely remade and all new visuals and everything, I'm sure will be super enhanced. I'm just saying, I don't think it's actually going to come to PS4 at this point. Like, it was announced a couple of years ago and we haven't seen like anything really. So I'd imagine it's going to get bumped to the next systems. Yeah. That's just my own speculation. Casey44 says, deserves it. Love the series. Yes, it has some meh side games, and 6 wasn't that great, but they definitely are getting great again. Liquor my zombie nips.
What?
Liquor my zombie nips.
Oh,
Liquors are the enemies in Resident Evil.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, the liquors. Such a stupid name.
Yeah, overall, I would say the franchise, as far as main installments go, has been very good. 1, 2, 3,
4,
Nemesis, whatever you want to call it. Code Veronica, 4, 5. I didn't like 6 either. 5,
Did any
5 I was like,
sell a million?
Main installments? No, all main installments
5,
are over
I mean, some of the remakes or re-releases, I'm sure.
5 I think I only enjoyed because I played with Dew.
Yeah, 5 wasn't great, but I loved playing the Mercenaries mode in that. Like I've said, I was playing that as recently as like last year, just because I enjoyed it so much.
Unfunyon, as far as we know, Resident Evil 4 on the Switch is not a remake. It's just a port of, one other version. Maybe I don't know what version. They haven't said, but hopefully they add in like Switch pointer controls and maybe some HD rumble and stuff like that. But it is Capcom, so probably not.
5 was the one with the AI sidekick, right?
Yeah.
You were in like...
That's why I enjoyed it, because I played it with Dew and we didn't have to do that stuff.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about like the AI character like taking all your ammo or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
Or just
but
getting
6,
in your way, right? Didn't she like...
I don't know what happened with 6.
Was it a female character or you chose to be the male?
I don't remember which... There was a female and a male. I don't remember if you choose or not.
Because I remember
You
dude
might
talking
not have
about
had
how
a
like,
choice.
the AI character would just like get in the way and stop, so like you couldn't fight.
It's... I'm struggling to think of a game right now where you play with AI all the time and it's good. I'm sure there are a couple that I'm not thinking of right now, but usually that's a sign for me to be like, oh, I'm not playing that game.
Yeah. Can I talk about a similar experience?
Please.
Well, 2 similar experiences I had with the first one was with Resident Evil 6. So I played the demo, and the moment I got to the part where that guy,
Spoiler alert.
I don't know his name, he starts like kung fu fighting with the zombies and like kicking him in the face. I was like, nope.
Yeah, I played the demo and I was like, oh, this doesn't feel good. And then I got a little bit further and I was like, oh,
that was
really
that
bad.
exact moment where I was like, I'm never playing this game. And I had a similar experience when I played the demo for Dead Space 3. The moment where like the zombies start like picking up guns and like trying to shoot you.
Hi, Bjorna.
The moment that happened, I was like, nope.
Space zombies.
And it is Bjorna, yes.
Space zombies, man.
Yeah, I guess
Where's
Resident
your
Evil, when it came
disbelief?
with Capcom, Resident Evil 4 was such a big hit. They're like, now every Resident Evil is going to be like 4. And they did 5, which was fine. And they did 6. And they were like, oh, please stop. And then, I don't know what in the timeline when Resident Evil Revelations came out. But I loved Revelations. I felt it was such a good mix of 4 and classic Resident Evil. I really love that game a lot.
I like Revelations.
And Revelations 2, whatever it's called, has a special place in my heart.
I can't find it. Get to it. Quick.
Natalia, the sleuth.
That's right. That is the game with Natalia the Sleuth. I loved playing that game with you.
We have one conversation where that can
Yeah,
work.
right.
I
I don't think that game would be fun to play on its own, but with a friend, it was a blast. I had a
Especially with
fantastic
someone who
time
doesn't know
playing
what
that.
they're doing.
It was really fun. That's one of my
That's where I
favorite
excel.
co-op experiences. That was really good. But yes, as I was saying, most mainline Resident Evil games I think are good to fantastic. So.
Mainland. I think you can say that now.
Mainland? Mainland
Resident
Evil games.
Resident Evil Revelations was on the boat, right? So.
This week we also had a brand new full-length trailer for Detective Pikachu, which Schiller felt was worth a top story, and I don't disagree. It's just there's not really much to mention on the podcast about it. Go watch the trailer. I think that movie looks pretty damn good. I like the second trailer better than the first.
I just watched a video of Ryan Reynolds talking about him getting into the role.
Yeah, I know.
I know his wife hates him.
Yes. And his wife is like, we're not going to see it. Yes, that was a great video. He's really embracing the role of, or just, I guess, the position of being both Deadpool and Detective Pikachu. He sees how funny it is to have both out there, and he seems like he's having fun with it. So I really respect that.
Yeah, I'll be sad if him and what's his wife's name, Blake Lively, if they ever like actually get divorced, because it seems like they're always joking about like. She always jokes about divorcing him because he's so goofy.
That's why they always joke about it. So in case it happens, they can be like, listen, we told you.
I warned you.
But yes, the Detective Pikachu trailer number 2, full-length trailer number 2 is available now. And I have to say, Mr. Mime steals the show. He really is great at the end of that trailer. I honestly think the very end of the trailer is funny. I think it's legitimately funny.
No,
have you seen it?
And
I've only seen the first trailer.
And that Pokemon, that little yellow Pokemon.
Pikachu, I think is his name.
Yeah, Pikachu.
At the end of this new trailer, they're trying to get Detective Pikachu and the other guy, the actor, I forget his name.
No, the younger kid?
Yeah. They are trying to get information from Mr. Mime, and Mr. Mime is trying to run away, but he's running away as a mime, so he's running in place. And they're like, we got to stop him. So I think the kid's name is Jaden, maybe? He puts up like a mime wall. Mr. Mime like runs into it and starts dying in slow motion, and they're like, oh, here we go. It's very good. Plus Pikachu, which caused waves throughout the internet. Pikachu says hell in this trailer. He says, get me the hell out of here. So
Nintendo's no longer a family company.
NSFW.
That's when he gets in there with, is that one Charizard? What is that one called?
yes, when he's in the cage with Charizard.
Crap, does that thing look realistic?
Well, Pikachu Detective Pikachu is not ready to fight Charizard.
So does what's his name? Lickitung?
Lickitung is in there. Yes,
realistic.
looks very freakish. Fun Shaundi says, these trailers are so good. I would agree. I really think Detective Pikachu could be the first honest, good video game movie.
Better than Mortal Kombat?
Better than Mortal
What about
Kombat.
like the Pokemon movies and stuff?
I'm talking about like live action.
Oh, okay.
So, just like you did with the Marvel Universe, I'm going to have to play every Pokemon game and watch every Pokemon episode and movie just to get ready for this, because I don't know these characters.
No, all you need to do is play Detective Pikachu.
That exists.
Yes, Detective Pikachu is a 3DS game. Play that and you're all set. Here's what you need to know. Detective Pikachu likes to drink coffee a lot, and he's kind of a jerk. The end.
This is what I think is funny.
This is what I think is funny.
We're gonna look back at this movie that looks incredible right now, and we're gonna be like, those special effects look horrible.
That's how it works.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Well, like you were saying with the commercial for Captain Marvel, you were wondering if they touched up that little flashback to Captain America, the first Captain America movie.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't look as bad in that commercial.
How are you gonna feel when they start remaking all of these Marvel movies?
What do you mean? How am I going to feel?
Like, they've made this incredible universe, and now they're gonna be like, all right, here's the new Iron Man reboot. Like, I mean, that's how comics are anyway.
It happens, yeah. I mean, can't be Robert Downey Jr. all the time. If they're doing comic books, then yeah, I think it makes more sense to reboot characters because that happens with characters. So they'll be at least more palatable, unless they go in and they literally remake the first Iron Man movie, like, you know, pretty much exactly the same, but with a different actor. Yeah, then I'll be a little upset. But there was a Pokemon Direct this week, as was rumored, and it was a 7-minute long presentation, just 7 minutes, but it was time well spent because the rumors were true. The next Pokemon Switch game got its official reveal, and it is called Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. So a departure for the Pokemon franchise. This is a mainline Pokemon game that doesn't have some sort of color or gem or in it,
And
or in the
violence.
title.
It's gonna be a lot more
Super violent, rated mature, yeah.
Do you think Link's gonna be in there somehow?
No.
Sword, Shield.
This game takes place in the Galar region, which apparently has ties to the UK. And your 3 starters are Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble.
By
The
the way-
internet has picked which one they like the most. Mom Brain, which one do you like the most? Brookie, Score
The middle
Bunny,
one.
or Sobble?
I like the
Mom Brain picks Score Bunny as the winner.
Yeah, I'm guessing Score Bunny. It's like the most.
Nikki Hill?
Seeing as how
Has the most Rule 34 potential.
Nikki Hill right here?
seeing as how well, I was trying to look it
Right
up.
here, Nikki Hill.
I don't know. I like the little green monkey guy. But seeing as how Jessica Negri has already done a Score Bunny cosplay, I guess we'll have to
Cosplay.
decide with that.
Cosplay.
Well, both of you are saying that Score Bunny is the most popular on the internet.
Yeah,
You are
that's
incorrect.
No.
Score
I
Bunny
wanted to
is-
pick the one I liked best.
Well, that's fine. Which one do you think is most popular?
Oh,
Now,
the first one.
that is incorrect.
Oh.
Oh. Score Bunny is the
Uh-huh.
second most popular, just barely losing out to
The blue guy.
Sobble. Yes, Sobble
Would you
is
say-
the most popular one.
Would you say Score Bunny lost by a hair?
Oh! There's one worth
That's
some
pretty good.
applause. Yes, and poor Brookie is
Nice.
taking up the. It was something like
Poor group.
36% chose Sobble, 35% chose Score Bunny, and the rest went to Brookie. So, but yes, Sobble is the winner so far. And there was a debut trailer for the game, and according to
Sabo?
Sobble, Sobble,
What's Sabo?
according to the presentation, they're going to do away with some norms of the Pokemon franchise, but those remain to be seen. Hello, No Filter. Thanks for joining us. So what do I think of these games? Mark D. Payne has been asking 27 times. I think I like the location a lot. I really like the look of the game a lot as well. I like the, I don't know, it's like a softer pastel approach. I really like the visuals. I'm not the world's biggest Pokemon fan, but I do like Pokemon. I'm interested to see what are the new things they do to really change things up, because I want to know. Hello, Antonio. Thank you, Alucard. I want to see how real hardcore fans react to it and see what they have to say, because I'm more welcoming of whatever. But I know plenty of people take Pokemon very seriously, so I'll be interested to see what these new tweaks do for those fans. Yes, Kirby, you want
Oh,
to say
yes.
something?
So can I ask Mark D. Payne my question now?
As long as it's not mean, yeah.
Oh, it's not. It's so Mark D. Payne, I have a multiple choice question for you. When you ask someone a question and they don't immediately answer you, do you feel A, mild disappointment, B, deep depression, or C, intense burning hatred? Please respond now.
This is only for Mark. You got to give him a couple more seconds, because they got us on a lag.
I know.
Mr. Life says, I am beyond hyped for this. Let's see. 2 people gave it a thumbs down at everybody, so not too many people. Yeah, it seems like the reaction so far has been very positive. Obviously, the Pokemon community went absolutely nuts when it came out by creating all kinds of fan art, and there's already like plush
It's
dolls.
abbreviated as fart.
There's plush dolls out there and all kinds of
Fan
stuff.
Fan art.
And yes, there is Rule 34, which thank
Of
you,
course.
because plenty of you made sure to send it to me.
the FBI is totally gonna come to our house.
It wasn't even a day later, and I was like, oh my God, how is this already out there?
Oh, boy.
Moving on. The Devil May Cry 5 director and producer were talking about how they want to play Devil May Cry game on the Switch. We don't specifically know who the comments were from. It seems like both developers were talking, and then a translator provided the statement. But this is the director and producer on Devil May Cry 5. They're asked about the series on Switch, and they say, we haven't announced anything for Switch. We personally would love to play a Devil May Cry game on Switch. I'm one of those guys that's always, I'm going to play everything on Switch. I'm always asking for ports. Either way, we haven't announced anything for Switch, so let's wait to see what happens. So they are fans of Switch. They want everything on Switch. They would like Devil May Cry to be on Switch. So could a port of some Devil May Cry game down the road be available on Switch? Sounds like there's a decent chance of that happening. Obviously, if you want it to happen, you could let Capcom know and become an echo chamber for these statements, and perhaps they will make it happen. I would imagine that it's I'd imagine that it's not going to be Devil May Cry 5. It'll probably be like the Devil May Cry HD collection or something like that. We shall find out. Shillelagh says, this is the same producer who was talking earlier in the month about the chances of Dante getting in Smash Brothers. I think we could possibly see old ports of Devil May Cry. Not a chance we are getting the new one, Devil May Cry 5. Well, I agree with you on that. I don't want to say not a chance, but I would say a very, 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 very small chance. Hello, Santiago. So we'll find out. I don't know.
Did you get an answer?
I don't know.
Oh,
How do
dear
you
Lord,
feel
I'm
about
sorry.
Did he get back to me yet?
How do you feel about being ignored with that question?
I'm sorry, I was reading. He says, I'll go with D, getting impatient. That's what he says.
Okay.
You can't remake the rules on your own terms.
I didn't say that.
Mark D. Payne does.
This week, Dumb Dead Doodles on Twitter took a picture of their Xbox Live or their Xbox One dashboard. And they noticed that there is a little snippet of Marina from Splatoon 2 floating around in the background. As you know, Splatoon 2 is a Nintendo or a Nintendo game, and Splatoon is a Nintendo franchise. What was it doing on the Xbox? And he said it shortly disappeared thereafter. And I believe he later said that the artwork that appeared was actually his render of Marina and not an official render. So that obviously the first part of the discussion was, what's Microsoft? Yes. What's Microsoft doing? Why was it on the Switch? All this stuff. And then it kind of paved its way out.
What part of her is that?
The squid part.
Oh,
I really don't
so her
understand.
head?
I mean, that's...
What don't you understand? Let me help you. Hi, Andy. It's okay. Well, Seb1 says, it's just a collection of characters for Black History Month. The Microsoft employee seems to just grab a pre-made image. We can tell this because the render of Marina wasn't made by Nintendo.
Okay, I see that.
There's an eyebrow.
So for anyone hoping that this was signs of perhaps Splatoon going to Microsoft, because Microsoft is apparently bringing a lot of stuff to Nintendo, and people are like, well, what's Nintendo going to do? Hello, Stefan. It doesn't seem like we have any definitive proof on that yet, but you never know. Crazier things have happened.
Why does Marina always seem to have like the same expression on her face?
Same pained smile.
She always like.
Yeah, I think she's more of the shy character.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
but she is the co-front of a band, so she's got to be out there.
I mean, you can be shy, but that doesn't mean like your eyebrows are stuck in place all the time.
She's one of those people who doesn't know how to smile for pictures.
Okay.
I
got you.
Mom Brain.
Yes, my love.
This week was the launch of. Oh, yeah, that's true, but not what I was going for.
What you're more talking about?
Oh, season 8?
Season 8 for Fortnite.
I watched a little last night. I didn't play, but I watched the boys play.
Oh.
Can you can respawn?
Tell me more.
I saw
asking you.
They were respawning. Like got killed and then respawned.
Well, there's limited time modes where you can respawn.
I guess that's what they were playing.
But data miners have found out that there is something in the game's code right now that is pointing to a respawn for regular games too, the games that we were playing.
The boys wanted to know if Mr. Raw Meat had every skin ever because they think you're like a god.
Tell them yes.
And I said, he's a no skin, actually, guys. They were like, well, he has every game, so that's okay.
I'm not a no skin.
I'm wearing that like that was
80s
like
exercise.
7 seasons ago. It doesn't count. They wouldn't have even been able to relate.
That is a skin. I had to pay to get that.
Okay, Mr. Skin. I said, boys,
I'm gonna give you
Mr. Raw Meat is a no skin because he has a mortgage.
I'm gonna give you one chance to apologize for your statement.
I apologize for my statement.
Excellent choice. Come on.
Hey, wait, I thought you said you never pay for anything.
Yeah.
I said
tracksuit.
Did you make an exception?
He paid for a tracksuit and a boombox.
Okay.
That comes with it, Mom Brain.
Real life or in the game?
In the game.
Could you see him in a real life tracksuit?
No, I always say
Yes.
I didn't have any plans on buying
Did you ever wear
anything
one
for it.
back in the day?
But I played the game so much and I paid nothing for it. If something came along that I wanted, I wouldn't like be upset about paying, I don't know, $2 to get it or something like that. So that is my only purchase
your money
in the
if you
game.
want to waste it.
Anyway, Season 8 is available. What does it bring? Pirates, ninjas, Cannons, Lazy Lagoon, Sunny Steps, Volcanic Vents,
There's a banana man, I think.
a Banana Man.
I think I saw it.
Banana.
The boys were way into that.
I'd like a banana. So yeah, season 8
A banana.
is available now.
Banana.
You can get all the
Banana.
breakdown of what's in season 8 through the available trailers, or you can check out the patch notes for all the real nitty-gritty details. But yes, season 8 is upon us. Moving on, Pro Team.
It's
A
pronounced
develop-
protein.
Pro Team, a developer that not a lot of Nintendo fans are too familiar with, is apparently working on something for the Switch. They've posted up a job listing that makes specific mention of developing tools and tech behind our in-house series engine for multiple platforms, and Switch is listed among the games, or is listed among the supported platforms. So why bother to mention Switch if you're not planning to support Switch with something? Now the question is, what is Pro Team planning on bringing to the Switch? Well, people are hoping this means Serious Sam 4, Planet Badass, is coming to the Switch. I am a big fan of the Serious Sam franchise, as is Lube. So it would be wonderful for us to get this game on Switch because we would love to play it together. But that's just speculation because Pro Team does work on other things. Perhaps they're bringing something else to the Switch. Hello, Twisted A. I missed Andrew Eisen. Hello, Andrew Eisen. So yeah, we will see what's happening, but it's pretty much a done deal that they are bringing something to the platform.
Planet Badass. They're gonna put that on the cover. Are they gonna cover that with like a black sheet or something to protect children's eyes in the GameStop and Walmart?
No, nobody buys games at GameStop anymore.
Nobody.
Walmart.
What about the Walmart?
But there's a lot of kids walking around the Walmart.
Well, they shouldn't be looking at mature games.
It's right next to the immature games.
Is it?
Yes.
You just asked what are they going to do with it, so how do you know it's right next to it? You just asked what are they going to do with the games on the shelves at Walmart that say ass. Do they not?
What other games say ass?
There was a game that came out on the Wii U called
Ass.
Bombing Bastards.
Excuse me, Pikachu says hell now, so all
Pikachu
bets
says
are
hell.
off.
We all say hell, damn it. Fart. Crap. Boobs. Ooh! North America this week's digital releases. This week on
sorry
Switch
I brought it up.
is Shut Your Fart Ass and Mouth. Hell damn it.
Ass is a bad word.
Ass is.
Yeah, but
It's a
not.
donkey.
But you can.
No, you can't say ass.
You can't say ass, but you can say dumbass.
Can you say
No, wait, not
can you say
dumbass.
crap?
No.
Can you say piss?
No.
Can you say butt?
Yes.
Can you say hole?
Yes.
Can you say butthole together?
Probably.
Yeah.
But you can't say sucks.
Sucks butthole.
Can't say sucks.
This week on Switch is Deltarune, the not sequel to Undertale. It is available for the low price of nothing. It is free. Hello, Mahou Point or Mahou Point or Mahou Point. Thanks for joining us. Also available, another game I'll be talking about in great detail in a little bit.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Got him.
You're so hurtful this episode. Ape Out is available. Treasure Stack is available. Check out Treasure Stack. It's a very unique puzzler. We don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. New DLC. Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes got the Black Dandelion DLC, where you play as the assassin Shinobu. Also new this week, 12 is better than 6. The King of Fighters 2003, which is the Neo Geo game. Anodyne, Arcade Archives Ice Climber, Awesome P, Bard's Gold, Batloon, Beat Cop, Constructor Plus.
What is Beat Cop?
It's a pixel game about doing a beat as a cop.
Okay. Like a
Not a drum beat, no.
right.
Like the
What was
cop's
that-
beat.
What was that game? That
Hello,
was like
Rotten.
Oh, the cop who had the pig on his back?
Rotten, drive
No.
safely.
No.
I'm thinking they weren't really cops, but they had a band.
Porco Rosso, that's who you're thinking.
The band. What? It was like a dancing
The Village
rhythm.
People?
Village People is exactly what I was going to say.
Whatever. What else came out?
Constructor Plus. Oh, I said that. Creepy Road, Crocs World Run, Dark Quest 2, Darkest Hunter, Duck Hunting Challenge, Elevator to the Moon, Turbo Champions Edition, Thimble, History 2048, Johnny Turbo's Arcade Super Real Darwin, Klondike Solitaire,
What would you do for a Klondike?
Monster Dynamite, My Girlfriend is a Mermaid.
Klondike bars always make me messy. Like, you know, there's never a good way to. You gotta eat them with a fork. That's not
Ninja
really how they're meant
Village,
to be eaten.
Oh,
Pillar, Pirates Pinball,
gently.
Pixel Devil, and The Broken Cartridge, Queen's Quest 2, Stories of Forgotten Past, RBI Baseball 19, Riddle, oh no,
You okay?
I was going to sneeze, Riddle Corpses EX,
Talking about dead bodies gets me excited.
Shred 2,
Oh no.
Swords and Soldiers
Shrek
2,
2?
Schwarmageddon, Shred
Oh, okay.
2, Shrek 2, Tardy,
It's top. It's
Mom Brain.
It's still relevant.
Yes, Hello Kitty.
Toe Jam and Earl back in the groove,
Mm-hmm.
Unknown Fate, and Void, and Warhammer
Void the
Quest. So a very big week, a very big week. And there's
Rather
some
big week.
very notable games in there. First comment comes from Steel Diver, and he says, unfortunately, another crap week. I think I get what Steel Diver's doing here. Ape Escape does look good.
That's what I call it.
I know, but I want to wait and see if it gets a limited run games or super rare games print.
Because I don't believe in digital.
It is called Ape Out. It's a joke, but I just want to make sure everybody knows the real name. Europe.
When was the last time they made an Ape Escape game?
Is there a game called Ape Escape?
Yeah, there's been multiple games.
I think it's by-
I thought it was
by
Sega,
Sega,
right? Great Escape.
I want to say there was one not too long ago, but it was some sort of spin-off. It wasn't a regular Ape Escape game. Europe got Deltarune, Ape Out, Trials Rising, the Lego Movie 2 video game, Rad
I'm
Rogers.
sorry? The Lego Movie 2
Video
movie, the game.
Rad Rogers Radical Edition, Remelor, Sky Hill, Dark Quest 2, Pixel Devil and the Broken Cartridge, The Lost Light of Sisu, Crash Dummy, Monster Dynamite, Constructor Plus, Thimble, Stellar Interface Deluxe Edition, The Ultimate 11 SNK Football Championship, Anodyne, Batloon, Isneo, which is the comic app for Switch, Johnny Turbo's Arcade Super Real Darwin, My Girlfriend is a Mermaid, Ninja Village, I was going to say Ninja Virgin, Space War Arena, which is made by the man who made Echo the Dolphin. Just want to point that out. Void, World Tree Marsh, Awesome P, Creepy Road, History 2048, Klondike Solitaire, Pirates Pinball, Queen's Quest 2, Stories of Forgotten Past, Shred 2, Swords and Soldiers Schwarmageddon, Tardy, Treasure Stack, Toe Jam and Earl back in the groove, Riddled Corpses EX. Travis Strikes Again DLC, all that jazz. I think we're good. No
Trials Rising expansion.
No Hello Kitty, Mom Brain, I'm sorry. Shillelagh says Capcom are a disgrace. They're charging €30 for Resident Evil HD 0 and 4 on the Switch. It's worse for UK residents. They've got to pay £30. These games are half the price on other platforms. They're taking a leaf out of Nintendo's book. Capcom, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Nintendo,
No, you can't.
Capcom, yeah,
Yes, I can.
that's what goes on here, basically.
No, you can't. Yes, I can.
I mean, devil's advocate here.
This list just keeps going. It's all the pre-orders. I thought it
Yeah.
was still going, but
No.
like
Devil's advocate
Chill out,
here. I know the
man.
pricing isn't the best, but I'm guessing maybe you have that game on another system already. I don't know. The Ninja Virgin is a mermaid, says Cumulative. Enter the Gungeon. It's a great game, and it's become a major hit on Switch, even though it released quite a bit of time after it was available on other platforms. The Switch version alone has sold 1 million copies. Total sales for the game across all platforms are at 2 million. Hello, Drake Gamer. And it's at 1 million plus on Switch. So over 50% of the sales are the Switch version, which is probably why.
So can you say that again? You kind of went into a different register, and I couldn't hear it. There's a bunch of dogs on the back porch.
Over 50% of Switch, over 50% of the game sales are on the Switch version. That's probably why we're getting Enter the Gungeon Ultimate Edition on Switch. It is a retail release for Enter the Gungeon, and it's coming from Nighthawk Interactive. It includes the game, obviously, 4 exclusive stickers, bullet kin papercraft, and exclusive shotgun kin skin as well. You get all this, the retail game, all that extra content for $30. $30. So if you wanted a retail version of Enter the Gungeon, your dreams are coming true. It's due out this spring. I want to say it's May something, May 21st. Autumnal Blake says, indie games doing well is always a great thing. Yeah, Enter the Gungeon. It blows my mind that Enter the Gungeon came out on Switch considerable amount of time after the other versions, yet sold the most on Switch. Over 50% on Switch. That's crazy. And then finally, oh boy, this is a sad top story.
Well, why'd you make it a top story?
Because it's a top story. Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Smash Brothers and other things, recently wrapped development of the main game of Smash Brothers Ultimate. Obviously, work on DLC still continues, but a lot of people worry about his health because Sakurai has had health problems in the past, and unfortunately, it seems he had some during Smash Brothers Ultimate's development as well. I will read you a snippet of what he had to say in a Nintendo Dream interview. He says, I made some changes from what I used to do compared to now. For example, as a principal, I always left the office by 10 p.m. no matter what. Many companies are discouraging extreme overtime these days too. Well, actually, during development, and I still had a lot of stomach problems. I've had that situation once or twice before during development. It was like I got food poisoning from some oysters that I didn't even eat. It was like my food had come into contact with them or something. But I cooked my food thoroughly. Why did I get sick? When he's sick, what does he do? I just get an IV drip and I go to work like normal. I guess I'm a hard worker. I'm a freelancer, so I don't have any strict rules on my time.
You missed the wry laughter.
Sorry. I'm a freelancer, so I don't have any strict rules on my time. As long as I can complete the game, I could show up to the office once per week, and I think it'd be within the realm of forgiveness. But instead, I make sure I come to work every day and write proper daily reports and such. I'm always working, but there's a lot of things that keep me in good spirits. So, hard worker, fought through health issues while he was developing Smash Bros. Ultimate. Hopefully, those have subsided, and when he's done with Smash Bros. Ultimate, he can take a real break.
I'm a friend of mine at work was having stomach problems and stuff, and he went to the doctor, and he had ulcers.
I'm sure Sakurai has an ulcer.
That he's putting himself through,
Yeah.
Trying to be a hard worker.
Vin Loria says, Japanese companies actually discouraging extreme overtime? Promising, if true. Yeah, that would be a...
What?
I thought I heard somebody open, like, a door. Anyway.
Maybe you should have that checked out.
Yeah, hopefully that is true, because that would be a welcome change from what's been going on in Japan for a long time now. We will find out. That is your top stories.
Those are your top stories.
That is your top stories section.
This are your top stories.
Here is
Goodbye,
your
everybody.
top stories. Kirby, what have you been playing?
Nothing really.
Okay.
I played Spider-Man for just dicking around again for like maybe 20 minutes this morning.
Getting your web on everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Get my web on. Is that it?
That was it.
Nick, Mom Bray, what have you been playing?
None.
Nikki Hill, what have you been
I'm
playing?
glad you asked, Rami. Not much. Toon Blast.
How's that going?
Whew. I'm at like 1,600.
Out of how many?
1,670 something. And they keep adding more. I'm never going to get to the top. I'm never going to make it. I wanted to see this through, but they keep piling more crap on me. It's like work.
What do you think is going to happen at the end?
Nothing. I'll just be able to go, done.
I can finally throw my phone away.
But
Whoa.
so there, I was playing that, and then I played a little bit of that Trials game. That,
Oh, that's right.
that
I watched you guys play that.
motocross. Whew, I'm not good with balance in real life or in video game life. And then I also played a game. Can I even talk about it? It's out, right?
Woo.
Toe Jam and Arl. Is it Arl?
Nope.
Earl. Back in the groove.
Yeah.
And yeah, I took all your extra lives.
This is true.
And
But I gave them to you. Like I said, take them. It's
yeah,
all right.
you wanted me to take them, and then I lost it like immediately. No, but it was fun.
German.
That's it.
That's it. Let's do music.
I guess I didn't really talk about. I played Toe Jam and Earl as well,
Well, then this is
but
the
it
time to
wasn't
talk
last
about
week. It was the week before.
it. Ooh, we can't talk about that.
Yeah, but I wasn't here last week, so I was busy running.
How did you like it?
I loved it. I loved it. It was great. It was so fantastic.
Challenging.
Yeah.
Did you see the little Medusa baby who says, what does he say? Baby wants a hug or something?
No, I don't think I did.
Something funny. It was making me laugh, whatever it was.
Baby wants love or huggies or something.
Something about a hug. Yeah, I don't know.
It was all great. Everything about it was great.
That's great, Mom Brain.
How does it? How would you compare it to the original game?
I think it's got the same feel. I think it's very comparable,
That's good.
except there's more buttons on this one.
Oh, sure.
But outside of that, it was great.
Those elevators get you.
The nasty ones, yeah.
All right, so let's get into music.
All right.
Ramit,
Yes, Kirby?
what
Do
have
you
you?
think we should get into music? It's about that time.
What have you been playing?
Oh, thank you, Kirby.
I mean,
What have I been playing? Yes, Nikki Hill and I played some Toe Jam and Earl back
I played it with you. That's right.
in the groove, and he neglected to tell you that we beat it.
You beat it.
We beat it.
Was I alive at that time?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I was.
because you complained about being alive. You're like, I came back and I didn't even do anything. You know?
No, yeah, you did it all.
I didn't know I was going to find the ship piece.
That's a you have to expect that if you're going to play co-op with Raw Meat, your role is to just whittle down his life so it makes his experience more challenging.
yes.
Yes, we played Toe Jam and Earl back in the groove. We got all 10 ship pieces and made it back to our home planet to give Lamont his ship back.
And
in
we
one
weren't
piece.
up until 4:00 in the morning doing it.
We were not. So what do I think of Toe Jam and Earl back in the groove? I really do like it. It is the first Toe Jam and Earl that I honestly like since the first one. I can appreciate the second game, although it's just too different for me. The third game, I've tried a whole bunch of times, and I just didn't like. But back in the groove, yes, I really do like it. It is very similar to the original, which is probably why I like it. But there are new things. There are additions and tweaks to gameplay. There are new elements. There's new Earthlings to deal with. And there's also returning classics that are still a staple of our conversations to this day. Mom Brain and I and another friend in particular. Oh, and Dew Michaels too. Vitamin G and Dew Michaels are all fans of Toe Jam and Earl. And we constantly make references to the game and the sound effects as well. So all that good stuff is still in there, like I said, plus new stuff. But it's one of those games that you can play over and over again because the levels are randomly generated and you never know how many levels you're going to have to go through to get all the ship pieces. Plus, when you beat the game, you get to unlock a new playable character, and there's multiple characters to unlock to give you reason to go back in. Plus,
There's more?
you can unlock a harder difficulty as well to go back in. So there's plenty of reason to play through multiple times. I really like the soundtrack. It is very funky. I love the soundtrack to the first Toe Jam and Earl, and there are some remixes or covers of those songs. Then there are new songs altogether. But yes, I really like the soundtrack. Good stuff. I was thinking about it. Sarah says, we should do a stream of one of those play sessions. That would be funny. But yeah, very much worth the wait. I feel Toe Jam and Earl are officially back. I would say the game is still a little rough around the edges. There's some hiccups in there that could be ironed out, but nothing game-breaking and nothing that makes that really detracts from the experience. But there's some loading that's a little bit longer than I would like, and there's some a bit of a stutter between transitions if somebody falls down to a next level. But that also happened on the original game. You'd get a pause when somebody fell down a level. So
It definitely starts to chug a little bit. once you're on a level where there's complete mayhem.
I would disagree.
We saw it.
I would
You
disagree.
were there for it.
Level, if you fall down a level or someone is transitioning into an elevator, I agree. During normal gameplay, no, I would say there wasn't any.
Okay. I just experienced those moments as still normal.
Yeah, I want to make it very clear.
Because I was playing the game when it happened.
The bulk of the gameplay, where you're actually running
you
around.
were having a stroke in those
Yeah.
moments.
Well, I mean, I don't actually play anything when I play it. And I just
I want to make it clear.
I'm
Yes,
pretty sure Raw Meat just gives me a controller. He goes, it's not even connected. He's like, you're doing great,
Good
pal.
job, kid.
I want to make it clear that you're not like the hiccups that come when you're playing aren't from too many enemies or anything being on screen. If you're both on the same level, everything's fine. But if you fall or you go to an elevator or stuff like that, those transitions do bog the game down for a couple seconds. Yes. Yes, that's the only way I've played Drew. I've only played co-op, so local co-op is what I played multiple times, and I really
Local co-op is what I played. I don't know. There's like make something out of that. It's pretty funny.
local co-op is what I played. My favorite thing is getting laid.
Yay!
I love the work of that Kate Spade. Is she dead?
Yeah.
Whoops. Rest in peace, my friend Kate Spade. There you go.
That's beautiful.
There you go. I did it.
An everlasting tribute.
Pour one out for my homie Kate Spade.
So we played that. We also played Trials Rising, which we played on the Switch because I know there are some complaints about the Switch version where people are like, it doesn't look as good as the other versions. Yeah, of course it doesn't. I'm
It's on
sure
the Switch.
I'm sure
okay? It's a piece of
Ubisoft could have
garbage.
done better, and I'm sure other developers could have done a much better job of making it look better. But I honestly don't care at all. It looks fine, but more importantly, it plays fine. Like I know it runs at 30 frames per second versus 60 on other platforms, but I don't care about that. So Nikki Hill and I played a lot. We played a lot of levels. And I feel like Trials Rising is a return to form for the franchise. The last one, I think, took things a little too seriously, and this one is, hello, I'd buy that for $1. I think this one is more goofy and silly and fun and weird, which is what I like. Oh, and I read a whole article, Nikki Hill, about how people are so angry about that butt slap emote. They're getting very annoyed they're getting very annoyed when racing online that the winner does that to them.
Why?
Because you have to sit there and watch.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, if you're doing it, but if
I
you
don't
gotta
care
sit there and
who's
take
doing
it.
it. It's pretty good.
Well, lots of people
They're just jealous because they didn't win.
lots of people are angry by it.
And the people who are angry by it probably have it set up as their
I would guess, yes.
thing, and they're just upset that
Yeah.
their guy's not.
I want to do it to
smacking
other
his
people.
butt.
I don't want to see it done to me. I buy that for $1 wants me to tell you, Nikki Hill, that Macaulay Culkin is a executive producer on ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove.
I thank you. I saw that on GoNintendo.com.
Now you know.
I don't know why that wasn't a top story. Should talk about it.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't mention that already.
As much as I love
Thank you
ToeJam and
for
Earl,
filling
it's
me
not
in,
really a
because-
top story type of game,
Oh, come
unfortunately. I'm just being honest. I love it. I think it's a top story, and in my heart, it's a top story, but not for the site at large. So yeah, Trials Rising, I love it. Like, it's a ton of fun. It's very addictive. Plus, we unlocked the section that's like a little mini game, which I'm sure there's a lot more of those. But it was very reminiscent of it gave us a Burnout feeling or a Monkey Ball feeling. The one game that we played had our character launched off of explosive barrels to see how far you could get them to fly off of the explosions. And hello, Retroaz. It's one of those things that you could just do over and over again. Retroaz, AZZ. It's one of those mini games that you could do forever and ever with your friends, just seeing who could get the best score. But yeah, Trials Rising.
There's a lot more. You just have to.
Yeah, that's what the one that we played. We were focusing on the regular races more. But yes, I love it. I think it's a great port. I think they did a great job. It runs fine, and it's very enjoyable.
Man, that balance though, huh?
I mean, that's kind of what.
What do we call
Hello, Arcade Perfect.
Tailpipe checkpoint? Is that what you call it?
Tailpipe checkpoint. Most of the time, Nikki Hill would cross a checkpoint on the tailpipe of the bike rather than upright.
And
But
fall immediately after the
checkpoint's a checkpoint. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Also, I played whatever it's called, Ape Out. Is that what it's called?
Ape Escape.
No. Why does Ape Out sound so weird to me now? Ape Out, that's the name.
It is the name.
What?
It is.
Yeah, it just sounds weird to me now.
Yeah, because you've been saying it constantly for the last.
So I was
All you
very
freaking talk about.
I was very excited for Ape Out, and it is, in my opinion,
Ape Out.
very. It was very worth the
Ape
wait.
Out.
I really like the game. For those who don't know, you are an ape breaking out of a facility.
Believe it or not, the title pretty much explains
Yeah, right.
the entire game.
So, like, the first stage is breaking out of, like, some science lab. The second stage is breaking out of a skyscraper where you're on the top floor. The third one, which I'm on now, is breaking out of some military facility.
Isn't there a jungle aspect, or is that the first one?
Spoiler.
You're giving away every level.
I just saying level themes.
I just
The end of the first whole level is you break out.
every level.
You ape out to the jungle.
Oh, is that what
Yeah, you only see the jungle at the end. You don't run through it.
Can you talk about the structure? That it's basically built like like records.
Oh yeah, well, music is a big part of the game. It's got like a very like beatnik, jazzy approach to the soundtrack, and what you do in the game adds to the soundtrack with like crashes of cymbals and drum beats and stuff like that, depending on how you're running and hitting enemies and explosions and stuff like that. But yes, levels are presented as like album art,
So
basically.
each level is an A and B side.
Yeah. The album, like the album shows you the name of the levels as if it were the track listing of an album. But it's very like, it's very beatnik is the best way I can describe it. But what you do is you're this ape and you run from the beginning of the level to the end, and it's a top-down view. It's got a very unique art style, which is done by Bennett Foddy, who did Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, the man in the cauldron that climbs up the mountain with the sledgehammer.
Oh, wow.
He did the art. You just run through the level and you try not to get shot. You can take 3 hits and you're dead. There's guys that shoot at you. There's guys that blow up. There's guys that do there's situations where the lights go out and you're running around in the dark. You can grab an enemy and use them as a human shield. And every time you grab an enemy, they will shoot once, so you can have them shoot somebody else. And then you can throw them at other enemies or into walls or through glass or out buildings. And you can rip doors off their hinges and use them as shields. And it's just craziness, but very simple to play. And I love it. I really love it. It's so much fun.
I mean, it's simple to play, but it's challenging.
It definitely does get challenging as you go on. And I really appreciate how they differentiate things between, like, the first one was the science lab, which is pretty much just like run through the lab and get out. And the second one is the skyscraper, but you're walking down floors. Like each section of the level is like maybe 5 or 6 floors that you have to get through before the next section begins. But it's not just like go from this floor to the street level. There's times where you have to like cross to another building, another skyscraper across a skyway. There's like floors that are blocked off and you have to find a different way around. So I just like the way that they mix things up. And there's different enemies in each level as well. Like there's much stronger enemies in the second level and they have much better guns, and that lets you use them to attack enemies too in different ways. It's great. I love it. It's so cool. I love the art style. I love the music. I love the gameplay. Everything about it. Can't say enough good things about it.
I don't remember listening to music too attentively. But the art style alone
Very freeform.
is very minimalist. And I
Yes.
feel like the music is too.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of soundtrack, and what really
The music is really like
fills out the music is your
drums and cymbals.
That's all you.
There's other stuff going on too that isn't you, but
Is
you're
it all drums? Is that all it
I
is?
think like different types of drums like bongos and stuff
Right,
like that.
but
But
it's
yeah,
just-
I don't think there's any like from what I remember there's no other instruments. But yeah, I love it. It's so cool. Definitely not for everybody, but if you're into those unique experiences,
I find it to be jarring. I can't watch it.
explain.
There's something about it that's just too, like, I don't know.
Is it too artful?
Maybe.
Probably is like, I'm sure there are people who would look at that the same way people looked at had a hard time looking at like Mad World, where it was just black and white.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And it just after a little while, it starts to get to people because it is so minimal.
Yeah, this is very minimal. There's like maybe 4 or 5 colors at most, and everything is one color. Like, or I guess enemies can be 2 colors, but like the ape is orange red, the buildings are grays, the ground is a different shade of gray, and then like enemies are white and black sometimes. But the lighting changes depending on what's going on. Like when they set off an alarm, everything will get painted in red. Explosions are obviously all different colors. But yeah, check out a trailer. Hello, Robot Face.
Oh, that's the other thing. Like if you get hurt, how much you're hurt.
I like how that's done.
You bleed, like you leave a larger trail of blood behind.
So if you're not keeping track of how many times you've been hit, you have like a couple drips coming out of you all the time when you've been shot, or a pretty steady trail if you're really shot, and that's how you know the next shot is going to be the end. It's great. I love it. I got no complaints at all. Like I said, it's very unique, and I know it's not going to be for everybody, but I have no complaints. Love it. Love it.
Are you quite finished?
Didn't you play that other game? Or was that last week? That Sisters game.
Strikey Sisters. Yeah, I did play that more this week, but I talked about it last week. Yeah, Strikey Sisters, Arkanoid or Breakout or Alleyway, any of those. Take your pick, but there's magic and there's bad guys to take out. And like I said last week, I really like it. It's very fun, very addictive, challenging. Not a lot of people know about that one, so hop on the eShop and check that out. Strikey Sisters is the name. Strikey! Rest in peace. It was the anniversary of his passing recently, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
No, was it his anniversary of his passing or his birthday?
Oh, I don't know. I guess they wouldn't celebrate his passing on Google. They'd celebrate his birthday.
It was his birthday. I don't know.
I don't know much about
the crocodile.
All right, guys, let's do some questions. Send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
Where?
It's GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games in general. They can be about anything
Keep
you
it
want.
clean, folks.
Don't keep it clean. I can censor it. Say whatever you want.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, I mean, if Pikachu can say hell,
right?
We can get away with
We
anything.
can all say it. Firequackers has sent us a question.
Keep it clean.
And he says, does Mom Brain
Keep it
ever have one of those never-ending laughing fits while at school?
No.
That's a good question.
What do her students do?
No,
Yeah, so
they don't.
you've never had one at school?
No. I mean, I laugh, and there's things that I think I laugh at their grades. No.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
burn.
I'm kidding. No, I mean, something always happens. There's something that happens every day that makes me like giggle because the kids I have are really funny and cute.
You've never like cracked up because a kid like came up to you and said, "Mom Brain, I have to fart."
Once or twice.
She's like, I do too.
I've had to stifle one because
it's called smother.
Because like when I taught 5th grade, like once in a while a kid would say something that was like hysterical, but they didn't mean it to be hysterical, and I'd have to stifle a laugh.
Oh, okay.
And once I had a fit, close to a fit, in the nurse's office because a child wrote their own note to get them out of gym.
Oh.
And what was written on it was hysterical and like misspelled. And it was just,
an idiot.
It was really funny, and like tried to pass it off, obviously, as, you know, the child's mother having written it. But no, I've never had like a real good throwdown.
Well, not at school. You did just recently have a laughing fit, and I'm trying to figure out what it was for.
Was it at movie night?
Yeah, we watched a YouTube video or something.
Oh, that's what it was. Yes,
it was
the drunken baby.
Yeah, that really is a good one.
That is this week's question. Thank you so much for sending that our way, and we are excited to read future questions from you. Deontay wants to know what's with the Full House dock thing. It's just nice for my phone, and we have the Full House complete series DVD box set.
Yeah, this is actually the lid to a DVD box set.
Somehow it's made its way here.
Of the complete series of Full House.
Probably, I feel safe in saying that I am the person in. Out of all people in the entire world, I'm the one to get the most use out of this box set top.
Or
so you might be right.
The most use out of the box set.
Oh, oh.
Wow.
You know,
I didn't mean that as an attack on you.
There are Full House fans everywhere you look.
Oh!
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Mom Brain. Let's do some music.
Music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh.
Is that what I sound like?
Here comes one from Link 601.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild.
Skyward Sword?
Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
Yes.
Whoops. What is it in Breath of the Wild?
Cave.
Breath of the Sky Sword?
Can you turn it up a little bit?
I did.
It's a quiet one. Okay, go ahead.
So the next song isn't crazy. So that was from Link 601 and it was Breath of the Wild. Here's one from Wolfric Chaser. I hope.
Yeah, I don't even know what system.
No, you don't. Super Nintendo.
Interesting sounding for Super Nintendo.
Is it licensed?
I don't know.
Sonic Blast.
Wow, that's really weird. That's the only game I was thinking.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like this is like a space shooter.
Maybe.
I don't get that impression, but
You get the impression of flying through space?
no, I mean from the title.
Oh, you have the cover art or anything?
No,
All right, so it's not R-Type,
no.
and it's not. What other shooters are there?
Radius.
Oh, a Gradius. That's what I couldn't think of.
Radius.
It's not UN Squadron. This is outer space related, and it's shooting. I'm convinced. I just can't think of a game. Go ahead.
No, give up. Top Gear.
Oh, I guess that's racing.
Mm.
In outer space, by the way. By the way, send your music to gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. That is gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
Well done. This one comes from Andy the Zombie. Let me just make sure my
Almost all
volume here is.
I'm never fast enough with.
This is
I don't know what it is.
Yoshi's Story. A game a game Kirby's fond of because I believe his sister played it a lot.
Yes, it's one of her favorite games.
There you go. It gets really crazy at the end too.
I realized that was looking like right at me.
Let's let it go to the end because I like the end.
What is
It's like
Yoshi's
2 minutes
Story?
away.
Yoshi's Crafted World this month, right?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
I think. Here it comes.
There
you go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this month.
All right, that was Yoshi's Story from Andy the Zombie. Here comes one from Blood Ocean 07.
Flintstones? What the hell is going on here?
Wait a minute.
on, I don't know, Game Boy Color?
Yeah.
Oh,
Glad we
man.
ended that fast. It's also, the subtitle is Fairy Tale Freakdown.
Oh, yeah.
It's just All-Star.
Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown.
Down.
Here is one from Naka. You're gonna love it. I know it.
Home Improvement.
Yep.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's appropriate for the very
Yeah.
Jazz flute.
Is there no... who? Oh, well.
They could license that.
Go ahead. Yeah, that's bad.
That was from
Owa?
Naka, and it was Home Improvement
What do you
on
have
the
to do
Super
in that game?
Nintendo.
Like,
It's
You
a
should-
You run
it's like a
around
platform.
sets
You
of
gotta
other
sell
TV
bin
shows,
for
I think.
9,000s. This one comes from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks.
focus all attack.
This is a Mega Man.
It is Mega Man.
Just the original Mega Man. Turn down a little bit. Who is this? Elect Man? I don't remember which one it is. Oh, I'll go ahead. But it is the original Mega Man.
Yeah, Mega Man.
Ba-da.
That was Mega Man from Jet Jaguar. This one comes from the Sacred Wolf.
Mega Man. Whoa. Alright, this is the Paper Mario, or a Mario and Luigi.
Mario and Luigi.
Mario and Luigi, Dream Team.
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi, Dream Team. Mario and Luigi, Dream Dream. Hi, Rex. Thanks for joining us.
Great job.
He says, morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late, but it's 5 a.m. Sunday morning. So, woo. Well,
Is it
thanks for
snowing
joining
yet?
us anyway.
Because we're supposed to
Tell
get
us
snow.
the future.
You think you're gonna get a snow day?
I hope not, because we're all out. All right.
I'm gonna get a snow day.
Here comes one from Pratt Trap.
Right. Focus all attack. This sounds different than the first 4 seconds.
Standing tall.
Ninths.
That's it.
No. Like 2 more minutes.
I know this.
Yep.
It's on Switch.
Clipper snips. Heyo!
Golf Story?
Yes.
Hey!
Oh.
I knew it. Last time we had Golf Story, I was like, I missed it. I was like, I gotta remember.
There you go. That was from Pratt Trap, and it was Golf Story. This one comes from Glitter Bubble 3.
Hobbit? What was that game? Sphinx?
No.
Snakes in the Curse of Mommy. I don't even know what system this is.
64.
Oh my god, it's good.
Prince of Persia.
Bomberman.
No.
Winbacks. Is this licensed?
It might be.
Xena. Hercules.
Odama.
It might be licensed. That's the thing that confuses me.
Wait, is it Mace the Dark Age?
Indiana Jones.
No.
Oh, that was a good Indiana Jones 5. Star Wars.
No.
That's definitely
I
licensed.
mean, I would know what that.
Okay. I got nothing. You got anything? All right. Okay, we don't know.
Army Men, Sarge's Heroes.
I've never played a single one of those games.
Wow, that does not sound.
There's a few of them.
Like an Army
That
Man
was
game?
well done. Glitter Bubble 3 is Dum Dum. Last song today comes from Mikey3319.
Super Nintendo?
No. Yes.
Oh boy.
Portrait of Ruin.
No. Funny you should say that.
Picture game?
No.
Is it another Castlevania game?
No.
Something about paintings or portraits or pictures.
Picture.
No.
Picture right now. Funny we should say portrait. What does that mean? What's about taking pictures on the DS?
Every time he was taking pictures.
It's about portraits.
I'm not saying it's about portraits either.
Ruin. It's about ruin.
No.
Well, then what?
Oh, is it
Maybe she was just making fun of me. That's funny you would say that.
is it Scribble Notes or something?
No.
Okay.
Oh, there's something to that. Drawn to life.
Yes.
Hey, thank you, Kirby. Holy crap. How did you know that Drawn to Life is related to Scribblenauts?
I mean, the titles are
I
kind of.
don't know. Just did.
Is that an accident and you didn't realize it was the right thing?
No, I knew they were all.
What's it look like?
It's made by the same
No.
company.
Yeah. So there you go.
Cumulative says 7 out of 10. I'll take it.
Me too.
He says 7 out of 10.
I counted 8 with 2 loses.
2 loses.
2 misses.
Well, I don't know if it's something.
I mean, I didn't.
Autumnal Blake, you've given me a great way to transition into the after show. I will be talking about that in a couple seconds. But as for right now, that's the end of the GoNintendo Podcast, Webisode 707. The Klefki Podcast.
Klefki.
Thanks for watching.
Hey, Officer Klefki.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
Say goodbye, man.
I thought that was him.
It's tooting.
So
thought he-
Autumnal Blake says,
farted the other day.
he said he started Life is Strange this week. Autumnal Blake, tell me what you think of it so far.
No spoilers.
It's funny you bring that up because just
Funny you should ask. That's Rami's favorite show.
not true. Never heard a single episode.
Never heard a single episode.
That's right.
Never heard a single episode.
Okay.
Right?
Listen to it.
Oh, was it a
Oh,
radio
what is
show?
it? I thought it was some NPR thing.
Funny you should ask is the TV show with the comedians.
Oh my God! Yes.
Wait, what?
Are you
It
thinking?
is-
Wait, don't tell me.
It is my favorite show. Never mind.
I was confused.
Anyway.
I think these shows.
Funny you should ask is
Ask
a
me another. That's NPR as well.
is a game show that's on from 4 to 5 o'clock in our neck of the woods,
In between Judge Mathis or after Judge Mathis.
and it's created by Byron Allen. Anyway, Life is Strange. Life is Strange. He says, I've only played one chapter, or I've only played chapter 1 and a bit of chapter 2. I'm going to play without reversing any of the choices that have consequences. That's the way to play, my friend. That's the way to do it. Stick to your guns.
Yeah, that's why I would never be able to play that game.
I like a lot of the characters. The visual style, music are beautiful. I agree with those. So the reason I think it's funny that you brought this up is because just this week, I pre-ordered the Life is Strange trade paperback because they've been doing a comic series, and I missed out on the first few issues, and I was like, I guess I'll wait for the trade, which comes out like May, I think. So I got a while more to wait, but I pre-ordered it this week, and I saw the cover art for the next issue. And don't look up the comic, Autumnal Blake, because it takes place after the end of Life is Strange.
Oh,
For
so
which end?
Spoilers.
major
He
spoilers.
doesn't know that there's only 2 ends.
There's only 2.
I'm sorry, Autumnal Blake.
What?
I'm sorry.
There's multiple endings. That's what the game is all about.
Why would you say the game is all about that? I would not say
It's
that's
all
what the
about
game is.
decisions, and the decisions you make change the future.
I would agree with Nikki Hill.
I thought, like, I went into it expecting that. I'm sorry, autumnal Blake. Sorry, I just had a little bit of a stroke, but
We'll see if Autumnal Blake considers that a spoiler or not. We'll default to him since he's the one playing it.
I'm sorry. You might as well just stop. It's okay.
Arcade Perfect says, read Batman Rebirth. It's Tom Kong. I think you mean King. I think his name is King.
No, it's not
Same
Tom.
writer as Mr. Miracle and Vision. Yeah, then you mean King.
The Visions.
Batman.
The Vision.
Batman. I'm reading what Arcade Perfect says. Gatekeeper. I will take note of that. Thank you. He says, I would expect there to be multiple endings. Not a spoiler for me. You are absolved.
Thank you. How? Should I tell him what happens?
Yes.
Uh,
No, tell him both endings.
Now you've got it all.
That was that like a regularly length podcast? Regularly
I felt
length?
like it was long.
Well, that's funny because it was
Before 5,
shorter
it was
than
short.
usual.
Yeah, I'm not doing my work.
It's 135. It was 135.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we've been around 145 or 50 lately.
I'm supposed to make it long. What happened?
You dropped the ball this week.
I did.
We almost got into it because of that supplemental soundboard, but no, you thankfully decided not to do that. So yeah, let us know, Autumnal Blake. Keep me posted on what you think of that game, because that's one of my favorite games of all time.
Whoa.
I love that game. And I still haven't played the Before the Storm stuff. It's sitting on my shelf in my office, and
Oh, shoot. That one doesn't work
Why
the same
are
way.
you playing a gong sound?
Because I lost. I'm out.
Oh, okay.
Gong out.
So you got gonged?
I got done.
Okay.
so yeah, I need to play that. I was talking to Do Michaels about it because he just played it and he enjoyed it, which is very rare that he enjoys any games. But
What are you talking about? He played it. He told me to play it.
what did I say?
I don't know.
I said Before the Storm. He played the follow-up thing.
Well, no, he does enjoy games. Once he's actually played them.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to
He
get
gave
him to
me
play it.
a heck of a time because I didn't play the first one all the way through.
Listen, if there's anyone you should not take guff from for playing games or not playing games, it's Do Michaels. Hello, Metroid McKay. Thanks for joining us at the last possible minute. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no guff from him. I know. Well, did you play it
The first one.
all the way through?
Yeah.
What ending did you get? All right, we're out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
And girls, are there girls in this crowd?
Thanks for guys and girls and non-binary people who came in to watch and listen. I appreciate it.
Sorry.
We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.